saw this video and I'm responding to someone who kind of brought it up, and because I saw the video of the dude who was like, he was working at a brake shop or a mechanic shop, and the girl goes, or somebody goes in to get their brakes changed, or I don't know what I didn't watch the whole thing. I just know that the price was like $800 to $1,200 or something like that. And of course, you know, the businessman in me comes out and just asks, okay, well, what's their lease? What's their insurance overhead? Like, what's their total overhead to get people in there to actually be competent to do? I mean, again, you're working on brakes, right? I mean, kind of an important thing. Now, the response is something to the effect of, that's not my problem. I didn't agree to that. I didn't, like, on and on. Like, okay, yeah, this is what my channel. This is where my channel excels. Nobody watches any of the videos, you know, past 25 seconds, so they don't really get the rest of the meat and potatoes when I actually really delve into this stuff, because it takes a little time to set up a foundation. Well, you're right. It's not your problem, is it? But that's why you have the competency crisis. That's why you have more and more small businesses just shutting down and saying, screw it, I'm going to go do my own thing. I can go broke at work, or I can go broke at home. Most men will choose to go broke at home. Right? That's how it works. This happens every time a currency is destroyed. This is not news to me. You think I haven't, like, dude, come on. None of this is news. None of this is news. I'm not trying to be rude or mean about this. I'm really not. But I mean, like, this is just a reality in business. A bunch of people out there don't understand that, like, yeah, here's what happens. You either pay for it. You have a couple of choices. You can either change your own brakes yourself, which is what I have to do. I have to change my own brakes. Why? Because I don't have the money to pay for those guys, right? I have to do engine work on my, because I don't have the money to pay for these guys, right? There's a reason why in my garage, you know, a bunch of guys would say, like, what are all those filters and all that crap? Like, those are all like parts and shit, because I have to do all that stuff myself, but I maintain everything myself, because I can't afford to pay somebody else to do all that. I wish I could. I have guys show up and they're like, you know, man, why don't you just have somebody else do all this work for you, do all the plumbing for you, do all the electrical work? Dude, I would love to just write a check and have somebody do it for me. Right? I mean, like, do you seriously think that, like, I wouldn't do that? You think I wouldn't do that? Of course I would. If I had the money and was able to just say, hey, yeah, I mean, I can give somebody else the business. I can just write them a check and then they can just go do it and make it so. Most people suck at being poor. You suck at being poor. See, being a completely useless twat, that's the province of the rich people. They can be completely fucking useless. Right? I mean, I heard somebody else, it's not even my line, that somebody else said something like that. And, like, I'm just kind of pirating that for my own usage. But I mean, like, yeah, that's the truth. Right? Yeah, I mean, like, this is what happens when the division of labor breaks down. Division of labor breaks down because all of your money is becoming worthless, and because all of the bankers are absorbing all of it. Businesses, if they don't have to pay ridiculous insurance premiums, or if they just figure that insurance is a scam, and you just go back to a high trust society, that takes a lot more work. That's a whole different conversation. But yeah, you go back to having a high trust society, and then you go back to where businesses actually own the building. Years ago, I did a video on that, and I explained it. I went down the whole thing. I wrote down all the numbers for people, and I showed them, like, yeah, the businesses that actually own their property, they own their building, they own their equipment, those businesses can usually keep prices fairly low and still be fairly profitable. Businesses that have all kinds of debt, the businesses that have to keep paying leases to rent seekers, you know, who artificially keep inflating all the prices to ridiculous. Yeah, those businesses are going to have to keep raising their prices. Like, well, okay, those businesses can go out of business. This is the loser Tardian argument. They can go out of business, and the big ones will come in because they know what they're doing. No, the big ones are just getting subsidies, right? And they're just getting stock market subsidies. They're just getting, you know, look at that stock market, you know, liquidity injections and shit like that. Dude, it's a scam. And it's going to end up the same exact way that these things always end up with. It'll be basically like single payer kind of thing, you know, socialism. It's just the outcome is the same. I don't know that there's many of you. I mean, there's maybe like 20 people out there that follow me that really truly understand this stuff down to their bones. Everybody else, I think, just kind of scratches their head and goes, I don't get it. Like, how does this work? And without you, like, following me around, you know, and watching my day-to-day existence for the next 5 years, it takes that long to understand this shit. All right. I mean, it does. I mean, if you don't have any kind of background or any kind of foundational understanding of like money and business, it takes a long time to understand this shit. You learn it pretty quickly if you grow up around it. But if you don't grow up around it, I mean, you're kind of handicapped. So then you end up getting, you get these circumstances where somebody walks in and they get quoted. You think I haven't been quoted ridiculous prices on mechanical work? I've been quoted retarded prices on mechanical. I mean, like just absurd. And I'm like, thank you, but no thank you. I can go do it at home. You know, I'll just pull my truck in and just do the work myself. I spend 6 hours messing with it. Something that, yeah, they could get it done in probably 2 hours. It'd be awesome. But, right? Like that's the reality. Well, how do we solve all this? Well, I mean, you can do what China did back in the day. Me even mentioning this will probably get the audio in this video cut. But you could do what China did back in the day, which is go around and whip all the small business owners, you know, at the bottom of their feet, you know, as punishment for having prices be too high, even though the government was destroying the currency. Your so-called Great Leap Forward. Come on. No, I mean, like, this stuff just can, this is such old news, at least to me. At least to me. It's almost boring talking about this stuff, even though it's like, this is important stuff. I get that. What's going on now? Oh, yeah, whatever. So, anyway. But there's kind of your answer. There's your answer. It's like, it's either that or you, and of course, I would also point this out. Like, I mean, if you think you can do it cheaper, then do it, by all means. Go find a building. Go do all this stuff. Go buy all the equipment. Go do, like, again, I'm not defending any of this, by the way. I'm not defending one way or the other. I'm just saying, I'm saying this as a businessman. If you legitimately, if every mechanic shop is charging you $800 for a brake job, and you think you can do it for $400, my strong suggestion to you would be to immediately go into that business and start doing brake jobs for $400, and just clean up. Well, I mean, why not make money off of it, right? I'm not trying to be mean about this. But I mean, this is like 36 years in business talking, and if there's a way to beat the house, trust me, I'll find it. I've been doing this long enough, and what I see right now is there's no way out of this until you deal with the money. You're gonna have to deal with the money, not the prices, the money, the actual money. Fuck. I saw this video and I'm responding